have, you know, the spirits, which I think there's over, I think 900 or so. Like you said, there's so much content in this game, Joe.
All right. So we've got our winners quarters. Winner of this is going to be able to punch their ticket into winners semis. So being on winner's side of top 8, very good spot to be in. Poof, obviously the Cloud, been on the run. He's starting to make his run tonight versus Cyber, one of our local Olimar experts.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, no. Cyber, Cyber has been a frequent face in the upper bracket of Ignition for a very long time. His Olimar, no joke. It's honestly, it is something to behold. So it's going to be very interesting to see the outcome of this.
Especially on small battlefield that also, in the name, is relatively small. So there's going to be less space for Olimar to be able to run around and trying to escape the pressure that Poof is going to put him in. Loving this music, too.
It's all going to be about how well Poof can space out with those aerials that are able to dislodge Pikmin.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's a constant battle of not only spacing your aerials against Olimar itself, but also being cognizant of what Pikmin that Olimar is able to attach to you.
Absolutely.
And the more efficiently that you can space for both of those is what you're going to be able to get in terms of damage. Like, in terms of mitigating not only your own damage, but also trying to get damage onto your opponent.
Yeah.
And so far, Cyber has just been locked down, been very efficient on tossing out those Pikmin safely, managing to attach them.
They do a good job of it, and I think that's particularly because in the matchup, Cloud wants to be able to space out his opponent, but Olimar is a character who's just going to outspace you, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, especially if you get a lot of those Pikmin tacked on. It's a lot of damage that you get.
Yeah.
Oh, F-tilt. Oh, my God. He's at the magic percent. 3 stocks to 1. This is not looking good.
And it's so interesting, too, because Cloud is actually one of those characters that has really solid aerials to get Pikmin off of him relatively quickly. He has Nair, he has up air, he has back air that can not only be used as tools to get rid of the Pikmin, but also to space Olimar in the meantime as well. But it just has not mattered currently because Cyber's just been putting on the pressure.
Well, tried to clank with the down air there, got caught in the up B, had all the Pikmin with him too, so then that's the one saving grace is that if you have all those Pikmin there, your recovery does get pretty slow.
Yeah, it does.
So it was very advantageous for Poof there to get that back air. But still, playing down 2 stocks to 1, and Cyber now playing on a pretty good Pikmin lineup. He's got 2 purple ones lined up. And at a percent where Cloud really can't get hit by any of those really big attacks.
Ooh, nice. Klim has it out of shield to just kind of call on Cyber for that unsafe spacing.
Yeah, those Pikmin up smashes are going to be brutal at this percent, and gets the up smash with the purple. And that is a 2-stock for the first game. Very efficient play by Cyber. Again,
Absolutely.
just showcasing awareness, also just the advantageous aspect of Olimar's zoning, the ability to just tack on the Pikmin, just let them do the work, let them do the bulk of the heavy lifting in terms of getting percent, and then once you're at percent, just start throwing out the kill options left and right. Because, I mean, at a certain point, if you've got the right Pikmin lineup, like if you got like 2 Pikmin, if you got 2 purples in the back line, you can just start throwing them out and then use that ancillary one as your zoning pressure. So like, all right, so I got everything covered.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting too because even when Poof is able to get in, Cyber as an Olimar has some decent boxing options. So even when you get in on Cyber as Poof, you still gotta have to kind of combat the fact that Cyber has some solid boxing options with back air as well as fair as well. And then also your grab too, which is great for pivot grabs as Olimar.
Ooh, dodges the limit. Very nice. That trade working out in Cyber's favor. He's going to be able to make it back safely.
So it was really important that he avoided that cross slash too, because that could have perhaps led to an early lost stock.
The jabs. Blue Pikmin gets dislodged. Oh, but
wow!
oh, that was so deep. Yeah, that's the power of purple. That's the honestly. That's again. That's purple Pikmin. And the name that was actually given to that specific brand of Pikmin by the solo Olimar in Smash 4, Green Beast. Shout out to Green Beast. He called him Big Mike.
Yeah.
When Big Mike's on the stage, he's got it locked down. He's like the bouncer at the club.
Yep, you got to respect it. And I think that's also really solid conditioning on Cyber's part. It's just kind of telling Poof, hey, when I'm returning back to ledge, you have to respect it to some degree. You can't be aggressive on me. See, he did it there too.
Yeah, huge hitbox on that up air.
Yeah.
Oh, side B's throws the Pikmin the wrong way. And again, tries to jump over, but gets caught with a cross slash. Yeah. Now Cloud with limit. That parry could have probably led to something else, but not quite.
And I like this counter pick by Poof to decide to go to Town City. Oh, I was getting some flashbacks to those show breaks against Toad.
Yeah, a little bit too close for comfort there. And if that's the disadvantage, is that unless you're throwing that out for a shield break, if you're point blank at that, it is a free punish for Olimar.
Absolutely.
So all the hit lag on the dash attack, clanking with that Pikmin, enough for Cyber to just throw out whatever he wants.
That Clim Hazard punish was just so free for Cyber. That's unfortunate for Poof, but I was really liking this counter pick to Town and City coming from Poof. Just it gives him more space to be able to maneuver around Cyber's Pikmin and be able to get in a little bit easier as well in comparison to small battlefield. Ooh, that bear pressure.
Yeah, that honestly, sometimes as Cloud, that's all you got to do. As long as you just keep that bear pressure up, you are in like sin.
Yeah, kept Cyber in shield for so long, and then when Cyber's like, okay, I want to get out, Poof called him out and hit him with it. So just good stuff. Love seeing that.
Good getting rid of the white Pikmin as well. Eliminates a lot of the damage, but he's got two stuck on him right now. Oh, that's purple and laggy.
Look at this damage.
I'm about to say, he threw out a laggy option on his shield. That was a lot of damage that he didn't really want right there.
Ooh, this is scary. Cyber has a Big Mac in the back as well.
Oh, but he got caught on the platform, rolled in, and Poof capitalized with that back air. Great reactions. We're going to a game 3.
Yeah, great stuff. That was really what he needed too, and you know, I think it's interesting because even though Cloud was at such a high percent, you know, Poof was at such a high percent, he had Olimar at a relatively disadvantageous position, and using that bear to kind of call out that roll and punish them for that.
Again, that was just as quick as a whip. You were just able to catch that.
Yeah. As
soon as you saw that catch on the platform rolling in, and just such great awareness in terms of knowing your stage, and that counter pick definitely helped him out there.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be going to Battlefield for this last game. Interesting to see because you would think that taking Cloud to Battlefield would be a pretty bad idea, but in this scenario, Pikmin can also deal out the damage just as much. It's all going to be about how well he spaces now, also how well he uses those Pikmin to pressure those platforms.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. I think to some capacity the stage does benefit Cloud just because he's able to use Clim Hazard a little bit more hazardly and be able to retreat to the platforms if necessary. But I think with Cyber, he's able to throw out those Pikmin, and when he wants to, when he has Pikmin attached to Poof, he's kind of able to disengage on platforms and have to make Poof just get rid of those Pikmin before he's able to re-engage with Cyber.
Oh, double forward air,
no.
Cross slash, he
Good
still
tech.
gets the tech. Oh wow, I thought that was untechable.
Yeah,
it was literally
scary.
right there. But no, good techs from Cyber there, keeping himself alive.
Absolutely.
Trying to check out the Pikmin, using the finishing touch in order to dislodge the ones that were lodged on.
Absolutely.
And he tried to capitalize on that, but instead ate a back air. First stock going to poof.
Ooh.
Yeah, again, the hit lag on the forward air as that Pikmin was hit on, it causes you to be stuck in a little bit more end lag than you were expecting. So Cyber was just able to follow that up with an up smash.
Yeah, and Poof got punished for it, unfortunately. But that's absolutely okay because he's still leading in terms of percentage. Has limit now too, and Cyber's in a dangerous position. Gets hit by a cross slash,
and again, he was just trying to mash those limit options in between that stock, and that is actually disadvantageous because now you've forced him to burn it early.
Yeah, it got dissipated before he was actually even able to use it, so that's unfortunate for Poof.
Still has limit now, able to get it back fairly quickly.
And now Cyber's in the position that he was in 20 seconds ago. He has to be careful.
That's a punish. Able to pick more into his lineup. Throwing him onto the stage.
This is bear pressure.
That bear pressure, it's so good. As soon as Poof gets that dialed in, there's nothing that Cyber can do to challenge it, especially at these higher percents.
Yeah, you're at ledge, and I mean, your only options is maybe trying to challenge it with a fair or bear, but, you know, Cloud's bear, it's freaking huge, like all of its other aerials, so.
Good down air coverage. It's going to be one stock apiece in the last game. Chasing with the cross slash, getting a little bit more brave on trying to chase Cyber on the ground.
Absolutely. It's looking scary.
Forward air only has one Pikmin. He's now got limit on deck. He's got to watch out. Down air, keeping himself safe.
Yeah.
He's now got 3 Pikmin in the lineup.
Like how he used those Pikmin to try and get back to stage as safe as he could. Ooh.
Oh, that up smash, that's just going to be a forward air.
I'm loving these great defensive options from Cyber because it's keeping him alive right now at 99.
Try to cross over with that forward air, not quite. Ooh. That back air again, so perfectly spaced. He's got limit. This is huge.
Yeah.
He's got to watch out on his options. Down air.
Cross slash. Ooh, the Pikmin saved him.
It saved him. Cyber's still got some life. He's going to be able to get Cloud off stage here. Air dodge in. This is huge. He doesn't have a job.
That's it.
No. Oh my God! And just that one instance of the Pikmin being in the front lines to block the limit neutral B, that ended up saving Cyber, and he was able to reverse that situation and take the game in the set.
Yes, the Pikmin was like in that enemy. He was like, he was a supporting character. He said, "I've got you, Olimar. I have your back. Yamado, win this for me, please."
Oh my God, yo, that was that honestly, that's plot armor.
Absolutely,
straight up. That was just plot armor.
Olimar said, I won't let your tap be in vain.
Oh man, yo, shout outs to the Pikmin homies, man. They're out here to make sure that, you know, Olimar's out here living.
Absolutely, we got Big Mac up in there, White Pikmin, you know, all had Olimar's back, so